Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to be playing Mega Man Battle Network 6. This is going to be on the Battle Network Legacy Collection, as you can see here. Before we get into things, I do want to show off something in the gallery, because there is something that affects gameplay here. These patch cards and download chips. You can see there's all sorts of patch cards. Basically, they give Mega Man different abilities. Some of them can have negative effects applied as well. So you gotta watch out for that. Obviously, we're gonna be in Battle Network 6, so we may as well look at these. Yeah, just different abilities that you wouldn't normally have. You can activate these anytime you want. I am not going to be using these. Because I want to play the game, as it is. But there are these event cards here. So these add new requests to the job board. The job board does return in Battle Network 6, so that is a thing. I am aware of a couple things about this version of the game compared to the original Game Boy Advance release for North America. There's some internet areas that got cut from the Game Boy Advance release that have been reintroduced here because the Battle Network collection is based on the Japanese versions of the game and not the North American releases. So there's that, and there's also one of these requests. Yeah, this one. The game even gives you a warning. You'll need access to Graveyard Area 1 or the Chowd's Mission item card. I'm not going to worry about these event cards until we get to the post-game anyways. And we're going to be playing the Cybeast Falzar version. I'll get into why. Oh, and there's also Buster Max. It makes your normal attacks with the Buster, your normal shots, do 100 damage each. That is absurdly powerful, and not how I've ever played the Battle Network games. We have really cool music for this. I do love this title theme. I like a lot of the music in Battle Network 6. I've liked the music throughout the Battle Network series, but especially 6. This game is one of my favorite Mega Man games of all time. It would easily go into one of my top 10 favorite games of all time list. But it should be able to make the cut there. Yeah, it's my favorite Battle Network game. I do like it more than 3. I know a lot of people like 3 a little bit better. I like 6 a bit better. To me, this was like a great way to wrap up the series. Let's just go ahead and get into the new game here. So, I'm Lan Hikari, and the year's 20XX. Nowadays, almost everything is run by the network. Life sure is sweet. We don't really have to do much. Everyone has a pet, and in each personal terminal lives a NetNavi who will do anything for you. Hold on, Lan. We NetNavis jack into terminals, gather information, make your life easy, and help you out, but if you leave everything to us, you're asking for trouble. Ack, Mega Man, you heard that? Never mind that. Did you think about what to say today? About that. I'm no good at, Hey, I know, you can do my speech for me. Oh, stop it, Lan. Yes, Lan has to give a speech. At school. Okay, looks like it's time to go home, but before you leave, I have a bit of sad news to share. Sad news? Yes, unfortunately, one of your fellow classmates is moving to another school. What? Hey, Lan. What, Dex? Do you know who's leaving? I know who's leaving. Oh, and so does Lan. For real? You know who it is? Tell me already. Lan, did you want to say something? You're kidding. My dad got transferred, so my family has to move. Wait, you... How could you not tell us something this important? Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys. Aren't you mad too, Meilu? Yes, I'm still gonna call her by her anime name. Meilu, did you... I knew. I found out from Lan's mom a little while ago, but I didn't want to say anything until... I really wanted to tell you guys, but I just couldn't do it. I'm sorry, everyone. Lan will be moving to Cyber City the day after tomorrow, on Sunday. So let's all try to see him off, okay? Yeah, okay. I'll be there. Me too. Gee, thanks. Hey, Lan, you should say something. I, have to pack, so I don't have a lot of time. But I want to say thank you to everyone. Let's send Lan off with big smiles. Yes. Wow, Lan, don't go. Miss Mari, don't say that. Yes, the game starts off with Lan moving to a new town. That's already quite the twist if you've been following along with the Battle Network series. Isn't it nice that everyone came to see you off, Lan? Thank you, Miss Mari, and everyone else, for coming to see my son off. My family and I will be moving to a place called Cyber City. But Pops, what are you going to do there? Well, I can't give specifics, but Cyber City's mayor has asked for my help. That is to say, it's still under construction, but in 6 months, an expo about the harmony between technology and nature is scheduled to open. Cyber City's net traffic will jump dramatically once the expo opens. Since I'm a net specialist, I was asked to go and make sure the network can handle all those requests. When it's over, you'll be back, right? I'll be continuing my research into next-gen net systems, and Cyber City is a model next-gen net society. So even after it's over, we will most likely be staying. Oh. Now, don't look so down. It's not as if you will never see each other again. We're still in the same country. We can come and visit. Come visit us once the expo opens, okay? Miss Mari and all of Lan's friends, I want to thank you for all you've done. We may be changing where we live, but you'll always be our friends, so feel free to drop by. Well then, Lan, your mom and I will be waiting by the car. Wait, they have a car? Come to the car when you're done. 5 Battle Network games, I've never seen them have a car. First Battle Network games, there were cars going around ACDC town. You could actually run through them. Aw, thanks for coming today. Lan, no matter where you go, I'll always be your rival. Dex. Yeah, we'll always be rivals. Always. You may think you're far away, but you'd better write to me. We'll always be connected through the cyber world. You'd better come see us. Wah. Yeah, okay, I promise to keep in touch. I thought you would all graduate together. You are my first graduating class, so I always hoped that I'd see you all graduate together. I really wanted to see that. Miss Mari, I wanted to graduate from ACDC school with everyone too. But even when I move, you'll always be my teacher. Lan. Hey, take care, Lan. Come visit a lot. It's gonna be kinda lonely. Good luck. Thanks, you guys. I've gotta go now. Lan, I was just thinking how great it would be if we could graduate from elementary school together, and then go to junior high school together. It'd be so nice, being together. Always. How many times are you going to say the word together? Meilu, I'm sorry. I told myself I wouldn't cry. We'll see each other again, and I'll definitely be back someday. So don't cry. Oh, now Lan's doing it too. I'm glad you understand. Well, everyone, I better get going. Take care. You betcha, Lan. Now I gotta go find this mysterious car. And so we left ACDC Town and arrived in Central Town, the heart of Cyber City, to begin our new lives. I'm still a little sad, but unpacking everything makes me feel like I'm getting ready for a new adventure. Mega Man, let's take a look around our new home, and then check out Central Town. Sounds like fun. Let's go. Now, this is our new bedroom. Still have a soccer rug. Oh, hey, there's a picture of Gao. Okay, I do still have to hold the button to run. And then record them automatically. Oh, that's convenient. Our computer's not connected to the net. Alright. Also new to this house, we have a bathroom with a toilet. With minus ions. I'm not even gonna ask how a toilet does that. And this is Central Town. I think we have to talk to everybody to trigger stuff. And we cannot go into other houses. Oh, Asterland. Of course they're not open. That's typical. I've never heard of virus busting. Oh, we already have sub-chips available. Well, obviously we can't afford any of these. Unlockers still cost 4,000 zenny. I still think that's quite a bit. This is where the expo is taking place. We cannot go there yet. And that's the school. Well, you're telling us things we've already just learned. Oh, we got this person here. Yeah, I've held square to dash. There's this thing, which is the Airbus system. It's how we get around to other towns. It replaces the metro line. It's probably my biggest complaint with this game. I don't have a lot to complain about, but I do complain about the Airbus system. But I don't have to complain about that yet. We'll have plenty of time to do so. I know who that is. Normally, robo-dogs are programmed to never attack humans. It's infected with a virus. Who didn't see that coming? Alright, so I had to do R1 to jack in. Oh. Oh, it didn't like me pushing a directional button. Oh, there's our jack-in screen. Ah, our tutorial battle. This is basically the same tutorial as the last two games. I'm going to assume if you're here and you're watching this video, you're already familiar with it, so I'm just going to talk over this. Now, the reason I am playing the Falzar version instead of the Gregor version involves the power ability, the power-up abilities we have. The double soul system is gone. It is replaced by something that is called the cross system. Essentially, it takes all the weaknesses of the double soul system and gets rid of them. So remember how we had to sacrifice an elemental chip to go into a double soul? You no longer need to do that. Remember how double souls lasted only 3 turns? There's no longer a 3-turn restriction. It will last the rest of the battle, or I believe getting hit by a weakness elemental will knock you out of your cross as well, and you'll take double damage because it's a weakness. That's how it works. So in the Gregor version, you have Elect Cross, which I can basically... I like Mega Man's new stance, too. Yeah, I know how to do a charge shot. I know what our HP is. I know our chip data. Yeah. And the custom gauge. Alright, let's work on my timing here. Oh, there we go. I still have timing. We still have full synchro. We'll have a tutorial about that by the third battle. So the Gregor version has different crosses available from the Falzar version. You can see the Falzar crosses on the right side there, at least. No, there's 5 of them. I only see 4. What's missing? Oh, I know what's missing. But anyways, that's not important right now. What is important, the Gregor version has the Elect Cross, based on Elect Man. And essentially, when I first played Battle Network 6, I played through the Gregor version. And I end up making a folder with the Elect Cross. And essentially, the folder I make can keep a boss paralyzed for the entirety of the boss fight. And it just kind of takes out almost all of the challenge to the game when you do that. And I'm not joking about keeping an opposing net navi paralyzed for the entire battle. It's kind of ridiculous. And kind of cool, but and while you can use the other crosses and that, I don't know, I feel like when I try to use the other crosses, I just ask myself, why am I not using the Elect Cross and just paralyzing everything? So, I'm playing Falzar, where we can't really do that. We will have ways to paralyze enemies in this game. The chips that are available in this game, almost all of them are really good and usable. There's very few that I would call bad chips. And also, one criticism of Battle Network 4 was the chip codes. It got cut from 5 different chip codes per chip, plus or minus the star code, down to 3 chip codes per chip, plus or minus, star-coded chips. Well, that's still true in Battle Network 6. However, what Battle Network 6 does well is, say you have a certain chip combination you want to do, whether they're like There's same elemental types that goes with one of your crosses or whatever. A lot of times, a lot of instances that I found was like, if I wanted to use a particular chip combination together and I want them to be in the same chip code, they most likely are. And I think that's something that this game did really well when it came to balancing the chip codes. And I think there's a lot of different chip codes that you can make folders with in this game. It just seems like this has the most variety. There's also new folder building rules. Which I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how it goes. When we get to customizing folders, we'll talk more about that. Yeah, now the dog is happy barking. I'm Lan Hikari. I'm new here. I just moved in. What's your name? You're not going to tell us. Thanks for helping me. And she takes off. What's with her? She's embarrassed, I think. Oh. Well, she's not hurt, so I guess she should be okay. Let's get back to looking around town. We can jack into the dog. I have mail. Well, we still have email. Oh yeah, I can press this and go into patch cards and use patch cards now. We're not going to do that. This is the Net Police. In place of official net battlers, the Net Police will take charge of the city safety of all citizens. In this mail, we want to introduce novice net battlers to the fundamentals needed by all net battlers. Please keep in mind as we work to prevent crime. We would like to go over the following 2 points. Folder... Oh, maybe this will tell us. You can get battle chips, yet acquiring battle chips will not allow you to use them in a net battle. When you get a chip you wish to use, put it in the chip folder. While editing a folder, pressing options will bring up a sort menu. Yeah, I know this. Yup, I know how to collect battle chips. I know about all of those things. Okay, you're not going to tell us what I want to do. Okay. I set up your computer for net access. A mail program. CyberCity's network has strong security, so it is hard to access from outside the system. To get mail from outside, you have to check the mail program. To see mail from ACDC Town, I've set up this mail program's mailbox to send and receive. It may seem like you don't have mail, but give it a look. So, we have a mailbox on our computer we have to check because the pet mail isn't good enough. I guess that can be a minor complaint about this game. Alright, Robodog Comp. There should be mystery data in here. There's mystery data in every thing. Some places will have 2 mystery datas in this game, I recall. Oh, we have White Capsule. That is a new chip. It paralyzes. Or it adds paralysis to whatever chip you attach it to. You use it like an attack dex chip. Obviously, you don't paralyze something when you kill it, so nothing really showed itself as being paralyzed there. Mystery data. 600 Zenny. We will welcome money, because we will need a lot of it in this game. Okay, there's not a second mystery data here. We have the Buster Up chip, which is still not great. But it is in the star code. Okay, enough of this place. Let's go on our computer and surf the net. Now our computer's all set up. Check inside the mailbox. There is no mail. Well, that was... these squares, they're going to be quick links to other areas of the net. The internet, it's laid out kind of the same it has been since Battle Network 3. You've got your main path color and then your side path color. And we attack at the right time with our chips to get full synchro. This way... Oh, we have a skull door. So we need a key card for that. There's going to be a lot of locked doors and gates. I don't know why I'm talking to this guy. I don't need to talk to him. It's not like these people are telling me anything I don't already know. And the NPCs don't really give you much. Alright, take them out. Maybe at some point we'll get to a battle where I have to move. I do not remember this feature in the Game Boy version. Giving me a map of the area? Was that a Japanese-only feature? Huh. Mini energy. Those are pretty useless. Well, there's nothing here. Or should we say nothing here yet? It's easier to time cannons than it is mini-bombs, so we'll stick with the cannons for where we can. I feel like I should put the reflectors in the folder, which gives me a good time to talk about folder construction. I have 5 of them. We can actually put 5 of them in our folder. New to folder construction, and I love this system. It actually gets more complex, but I think it makes folder building even more strategic. So, you know how the megabytes of a chip previously would determine what you could preset? I could preset. How do I preset it? That's not what I wanted to do. Well, that is really not what I wanted to do. Maybe it's one of the shoulder... No. Oh, it's R2. Okay. It's the select button on the Game Boy Advance, and I'm like, we don't have a select button here. So yeah, we still have regular chips. Still follows the same rules as before. You have to not have enough memory to set your regular chip based on the megabytes or size of that chip. But new to Battle Network 6, the amount of standard chips you can put into a folder is based on their megabytes. So any chip that has 0 to, I think it's 19 megabytes, you can put 5 copies of that chip into your folder. I'm gonna get rid of mini-bombs because I don't like mini-bombs. And I'm gonna... I don't like Recover 10s either. I suppose I like mini-bomb better than Recover 10. Still not a fan. I'm not a fan of Buster Up either. So yeah, I guess we're gonna keep a couple mini-bombs for now. So chips that have 20 megabytes to, I want to say 29 megabytes, you can have 4 copies of. And then chips that have 30 megabytes to 39 megabytes is 3 copies. And 40 to 49 megabytes is 2 copies. And 50 megabytes plus is 1 copy. You may say late night mega, doesn't that make folder building a little bit more restrictive once you get beyond 20 megabytes? It kinda does. It's like this white capsule. You can only have 3 copies of white capsule in your folder. I thought it was 2. Maybe you can have 3 of them. I'll look that up later. I'm pretty sure 30 is 3 chips. Anyways, what this allowed the designers to do is, you know how we had our mega chips that you could only have 1 copy of, and then you could only have like 5 mega chips per folder, unless you use certain Navi customizer programs to allow yourself to have more. There's always exceptions to everything. I love that. We have security cubes. We have a cafe. A net cafe. We don't need any of that. Also, we can't afford much of that. Net cafe, a good place to gather info. Yeah, this kind of replaces the squares from Battle Networks 2 and 3. Now you can still get into battles here, though. Alright, so we got our air shot. I'm just going to use Vulcan. We're actually going to move now. And as usual, just try to maintain full synchro whenever you can. Oh. Well, I have Reflector 1, so I totally forgot you needed specific battle chips to get into other areas. Anyways, what this new system allowed the designers to do is, you know, a lot of things that they wanted to restrict to 1 per folder, like, say, the full custom chip, had to be a mega chip. Otherwise, you could just put 4 copies of it in your folder, because it would be a standard chip. Well, in Battle Network 6, you can make standard chips be limited to only 1 copy by giving them 50 megabytes. So this would allow, I think Full Cust is one of the chips that's like 50 megabytes, so you can only have 1 copy of it, but I think it's a standard chip in this game. So it's still limited to 1 copy, but it doesn't take up a mega chip slot in your folder, so that's pretty nice. What do we have? R1's description. Tank cannon, that chip's back. Yo-Yo is back. Yeah, there's a ton of chips that are throwbacks to all of the past Battle Network games. I just love all the chips we get in this game. I'm not going to buy anything right now, because I want the HP memories, but we're also out of time, so I'm going to drop a save. And for now, I'll take my leave.